The best of the morning X 99X.
Okay, so here's where we are. Pam and Matt meet on Hooked Up for the Millennium Ball New Year's Eve party for a date. Pam picks up the tickets, even though her car had broken down. She finds out she had talked with Matt. They had made plans. She finds out the day before New Year's Eve that she has to work New Year's Eve at her job, and unfortunately loses
his phone number.
Matt's phone number.
And finds it later in her jacket.
Now, so that's where we are.
I know it sounds really, really weird, but I swear
Well, weird
to God,
wasn't really weird wasn't the adjective I was going to use, but what were you going to say?
It's the truth. I swear to God. If you got to verify it with my job, you can. But I did. I had his number in my work pants from the gym. And on my way home from work that night, I had to walk because my car was broken down. I had actually taken the number out of my pants when I tanned and put it in my jacket. And I haven't worn my jacket since that day because it's been 85 degrees outside.
Okay, so pick up with Matt.
Matt?
Did you receive a call eventually, or?
Did I?
No, I was actually going to call him and invite him somewhere this weekend.
Oh, God, darn the luck that we caught you just before that.
All right, well,
Matt, you're listening into this. What is your take?
Well, I'm actually thinking back. I think it was Wednesday when we spoke. Your business office closed Thursday and Friday, didn't it?
Hours?
Yeah.
No, it was open till
it was open till
noon.
Noon
or 2, yeah.
Noon or 2. I think it was 2.
Yeah, because I was up here. It was open till about 2.
Yeah, Matt, don't go by my schedule.
No, don't go by Barnes' office.
So anyway, go ahead, Matt.
Then there was a couple email addresses, weren't there? And a few numbers. I think I dropped you an email with a couple numbers.
Yes, but...
And then 2 email addresses.
Right, but you also have to understand that I did not go home. I went from one job to the other job.
Well...
You know, I mean, I told you guys I worked a lot.
I know.
I'm not feeding you a load of crap. I really am not.
Well,
I swear to God.
You know what? We may be a little. Maybe we're being too harsh.
You're being harsh on me.
Well,
look, I'm the one. I mean, I lost out too here. You know, I mean, trust me, my job is not going to not hear about this for a long time.
Okay,
every time I go in there, I bring it up.
Let's see.
Sure
let's get some outside opinion because maybe we're being too harsh.
You know, I guess it's just unfortunate because you guys did talk. And he thought there was going to be a date, and it's not like it was just any night. This is like the big overhyped New Year's of the century.
Exactly. So,
and then he never
my boss
hears.
Is sitting here shaking. He's like, "Oh my God, we're going to get slammed, and we're not going to be able to handle it. You know,
Right.
you're one of my best servers. You got to come in. You've got to. You know, and if you don't, you're getting
fired." But poor Matt never hears anything, and so of course he's left up in the air on the biggest night of the year.
And still hasn't heard anything, and it's January 5th.
Well, she was going to call him.
Oh yeah, and invite him out this weekend.
What? Okay, who else do we have on the line now?
Somebody else on there? Who? Hello.
Yeah, this is John.
Hey, John.
Let me get this straight. She said that she didn't have the number until 2 days ago, right?
Apparently.
She didn't know she was going to work until New Year's Eve day.
Right.
So if she didn't have to work, Matt
it was actually
anyways.
It was usually New Year's Eve day night.
Okay.
That I didn't.
Doesn't matter, but that's when you found out you had to work, correct?
Right.
All right.
It was that evening.
Even if you didn't have to work, Matt would have been out of luck, wouldn't he have?
Thanks.
Yeah, really. Even if you didn't have to work.
She lost the number.
She didn't have the number to call him.
Yeah.
Ooh,
I mean,
good
he's
point.
right. He did
Now he
send
said
it
he emailed her. So I mean, I just think it's I don't believe her.
It's a little convenient.
So did you try to call her, Matt?
Did I? Yeah. The only number I had for her was her number at her other job.
Oh, okay.
All right, hold on, Rich.
Okay.
What do you have, Rich?
There's a guy who called and we lost him, but who said he works with Pam and said
Dave is his name.
Yeah, his name was Dave, and he says that she actually got back together with her old boyfriend that night, and they did go out.
Oh, that is a load of shit. And
Hang on,
folks. We're still on the radio.
Watch your language.
All right.
Who is Dave? I don't work with a Dave.
Okay,
Well, maybe
that
he'll
is
call
hearsay.
back.
All right,
He
if that guy
either
calls
got
back,
disconnected or hung up.
well, we do not know that that's true.
That was
that's just
hearsay.
somebody who called up. But that's certainly food for thought. I mean,
I know a Dave, but I don't work with him, and I don't have a boifriend.
Did you? Are you recently broken up? Well, yeah, you are recently broken up with. I know that.
With somebody in Boston.
Okay.
All righty. Let's see what else. Okay, thank you. Hi, who's this?
This is Taylor.
Taylor?
Yes, Taylor.
Yeah, I actually did Pam's hair last night.
Hi, Taylor.
Hey. And what she's saying is complete. I mean, I don't know this girl from Adam. I met her last night. She came in. I did her hair. And she told me the exact same story. Exactly.
Well, I'm sure.
Nah.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I
Why
don't.
would she lie to me?
Yeah, nah. Thank you.
Nah.
Okay. Well, I don't doubt that that's
Sticking
the
my
story.
tongue out at you right now.
I know. I don't doubt that that's the story that you're sticking to.
Wait a minute. Why would I lie to her? I don't even know this woman.
Well, here's the
Because
thing.
once
Listen,
you make
we're all.
up a story, you
And in Pam's
You
defense, she
believe
still
it
is on the
yourself.
phone.
She's
She's
still on the
still,
Uh-huh.
trying.
This is one of those things that, I mean, look it. There's nothing about dating that I don't know. I'm sorry. There's nothing about the dating world that
You're
I don't
right.
know.
That's why
However,
you're
That's
not
why you're still
married.
single.
however, there is plenty about women I don't know. But there are a lot of convenient facts that are happening here. And like, come on, Pam, if some guy was pulling this on you, you'd be like, out the door,
she
Jack.
admitted that.
Well, look, I'd be upset, okay? But listen, when it comes to somebody's livelihood and providing food for your child and,
Yeah.
and a roof over your head and heat in your house, that's more important to
But
me.
you could
Okay.
have
Anything
have
else.
emailed him.
Excuse me?
You could have emailed him.
Well, yeah, I know, but, like, I'm never home.
You couldn't take a second to email.
It was sort of a big
I
night.
went from work to work.
That there is no excuse for not
That's-
communicating
that's
with this
just
guy.
not
But you know
right.
what?
I'm sorry
Since
I
he's
don't
on the
have a traveling,
since he's on the
Matt.
phone, go ahead and invite him to what you were going to invite him to this weekend.
Okay, Matt,
Yeah.
I apologize. I really do. I'm real sorry about, what happened this weekend. And if you'd like, you can meet me at 9 Lives this weekend on Saturday night. I'll be there probably around 9 o'clock for the Lunar SX show.
Probably around 9.
Well, I'll probably be there before then, actually. But
Everybody that's visited, what was it, 2,500 hits, 3,500 hits, they've all been invited to that.
that's not true, because why would I want a bunch of people chasing me around a bar? Come on.
Well, no, it was a link on your website.
Yeah, but that was for a promotion that I was doing for a band. That had nothing to do with it. That's been up there for 3 months,
Right.
So you're inviting him to a public gathering that you've been promoting.
I'm going to be there.
Oh,
I mean, I'd
okay.
like to meet him. I mean, it's
I
just,
gotcha.
Well, she'd just like to meet him on neutral ground, is what she's saying. I mean, that's not unreasonable.
No.
Well, then, what I'm thinking is that's just a little.
Well, it's up to you. I'm sorry. I apologize if you don't want to accept that. I'm sorry again.
I'm thinking you probably didn't. It was probably a lot easier to drop the date because you some reason you got a little bit worried. I think.
Well,
What did you
it wasn't
do with
even
the
so
tickets?
much that because I would have enjoyed going. Period. Anyway, I mean, if things didn't work out between you and I, we could still be friends. I never have issues with that.
George,
Yeah,
go ahead. What's up?
I know she's lying for a fact
Lying
Huh?
about what?
Whoa.
How do you know that?
because the band she's promoting is Pete, her old boyfriend.
Who are you,
Is
George.
that true or false?
George? Who?
Well, that doesn't matter. We don't know your last name.
Well, yeah, okay. The band I'm promoting is my ex-boyfriend from a year and a half ago. So what?
So, yeah, why is that a lie?
Yeah, he's from Boston.
Yeah, how is that a lie? Okay, this is the guy from Boston?
No, this isn't the guy that I just broke up with. This was
Oh.
my ex-boyfriend. I used to live in Boston, guys.
Oh, okay, so what? Wait,
George, so what does that have to do with anything?
Because I know for a fact she's a chronic liar.
well,
No, no, I'm sorry. I don't know who you are.
I mean, what is she lying about? I mean, I understand what you're saying, but the fact that he's in the band, that
doesn't really
necessarily
make any
it
difference,
doesn't make her
yeah.
a liar necessarily.
Yeah, what does that have to do with anything?
What has to do with me not being able to go and having to work?
Because I know for a fact she was with her ex-boyfriend.
That's bullshit. How can I be with my
Hey,
ex-boyfriend?
hey,
He's
folks,
in
seriously,
Boston.
come on.
Guys, I would
Come
really
on.
like to have a job through the rest of the
Sorry.
week.
That's
Okay.
baloney. He's
Day.
in Boston.
The rest
How
of
could
the
I be
day.
with my ex-boyfriend?
Well, that's
Matter
okay.
of fact, I'll give you his number in Boston right now, and you can call
No,
him.
no.
No, because that wouldn't mean
George
that
hung
doesn't mean
up.
anything.
Okay.
That guy, that he was throwing out accusations
Yeah,
that
that's true.
really can't be proven.
Anyway, well, bottom line is
All right, well-
nothing, I guess.
All right, well,
Another sad hooked update.
I have my opinion on this, but I am not one to opinionate on the radio, so I will
No.
not.
Yeah, you never give out opinions.
No, so I will withhold all opinions, but
Well,
you make
I
your
am
own call.
sorry, guys. I really am, and I appreciate everything that you guys did for me. And I mean, it was very unfortunate that I couldn't go. It kind of really stunk.
Yeah, I mean, I'll tell you
I
what.
was upset about it. I was very upset about it. Trust me, my boss heard about it all night.
Well,
I was very surprised to hear that after, as busy as you were, that you didn't have time to return the email, but you did have time time to update your bandwidth to accommodate all the incoming
Well, no,
traffic.
but I don't take care of my site is run by somebody else in particular. They did it for me when they realized that it was ready to crash.
See, the whole thing is you're not trying. I can't, I don't see your time. I don't have your time card in front of me, so I don't know whether you're telling the truth or not. I can say that
There's just a
the
lot of
credibility.
convenient outs.
Well, the credibility, Pam, is lost in your not making an effort to get a hold of Matt.
Well, like I said, I did have his number. It was on a number. It was a piece of paper that I had at work, and I put it in my pants pocket. I took
And
it
his
out,
email.
put it in my
And his
jacket. I haven't
email.
worn my jacket in a couple days, and I just found it yesterday, or actually the day before yesterday, when I put my jacket on at night.
I'm sure
See,
your
it sounds
computer
to
was
me.
in your
It sounds
pocket,
to me
too.
like
It's,
maybe
tough
you got
to get to it.
Maybe you got cold feet.
I don't know. Whatever. Everyone can just
right.
make their own.
Make your own
ending to
conclusions.
the story, your own conclusion. Thanks, guys. Matt, we're sorry, and hopefully you find love elsewhere, Matt.
Well, that may happen.
Or maybe you'll show up at the band at the thing at where is it?
Nine Lives.
Nine
Yeah, it's
Lives.
Lunar SX. They're
Lunar
playing at
SX.
9 Lives on Saturday night at 10.
All righty.
All right,
there
you go. Your hooked update. Okay, this story is not over.
We have more development. Now, Matt, you're still with us on the phone. Let's get Matt up here.
Hey, Matt.
Matt?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay. Now, I've tried to call Pam. She's one of these people, I think she just has like a voicemail or something. So, Pam, if you are listening and you want to rebuke what is going to take place here, because we have another party
Another
to this
angle
story,
is
another
joining
angle.
in.
So,
Oh,
Pam,
yes.
if you have another side to the story, definitely give us a call back, because we would like to
Yes, we're
give you your
holding-
opportunity
We
to.
have tried to call Pam.
Yeah, we tried.
Several numbers and times, and we have a line we're holding open for you.
You know the number to call.
Yes.
We are talking, of course, about the hooked up
Although
date that went wrong.
she knows the number to call, but she may have lost it.
She could have had it in
you know
another
what?
coat
It's in her
pocket.
jacket. And look,
Check
no,
your
it's
jackets.
45. You know
Check
what?
your
No,
jackets.
it's in her swimsuit because it was 85, and now it's 45.
So Pam had said that she had car troubles, but she made it here to pick up the New Year's Eve tickets at the office. Is
and
that
they
right?
stayed in her pocket.
And they were in her pocket.
But she had to work.
Unused.
She
Right.
found out at the last minute that she had to work.
Yeah, because
Right.
she works at a bar, and Millennium New Year's Eve, they don't often plan
All right.
ahead for a night like that.
She said like everybody quit up until that night or something.
got
Whatever
fired,
it was.
yeah.
All right, everybody got fired. Yeah, that's when you would fire people. You'd fire people the day before New Year's Eve.
Of course you would.
If you're a bar, you fire everybody the day before New Year's Eve, so you have no staff.
All right,
Does that
new
make
angle.
sense?
Lisa,
Now,
let's
this
bring
is
in Lisa from the sales department.
Lisa, who is one of the top sellers here at 99X. And what is your relationship to this story?
1-800-CALL-ATT is my client. They're the
Uh-huh.
ones that gave the tickets, and I took the responsibility of getting the tickets to the winners.
Uh-huh.
And Pam happened to be the winner.
Okay.
So
All right,
story
so
goes from
pick
there.
up where.
So what happened?
Well, I got a call. Actually, Dexter called me. I wasn't at work on the 30th, and he said that the winner hadn't come picked up the tickets. It was about 1:30. We were closing at 2. And Dexter said if the tickets weren't picked up by 2, the winner would lose them. Well,
Because we're not open on the
Right,
31st.
Right, so we were closed. So I felt bad for her, so I got the tickets in my possession, got all of Pam's numbers.
So wait a minute. At this point, she had not picked up
Oh,
the
no, no,
tickets.
no, no,
So they were still. We're absolutely sure she did not pick up the tickets.
Well,
Absolutely, positively. I had them in my hand.
and actually, Dexter would have to have her sign for it.
Right. But
So-
we
Sure.
kind of looked past that rule because we thought, you know what, it's New Year's Eve, we're going to give the girl a break. So I got the tickets in my possession, and I called Pam at both her home and Gold's Gym.
And of course, you didn't get a hold of her.
No, I didn't. Well, I got a hold of her on the 3rd try to Gold's Gym.
Okay, you talked to her.
We did actually speak.
Okay, good. And what'd you say?
And I explained to her the situation, and she had quite a tale of woe for me.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Tell us about her tale.
Well, it was quite confusing in the beginning, but the thing that I think was the biggest problem was that her father was in a car wreck. And she
Oh.
was,
Now
I
she-
guess, at the hospital for a couple days, and she was very, very stressed out because she hadn't eaten or slept for 2 days.
Okay, now why wouldn't she bring that up in her story just 10 minutes ago?
I mean, that's your
pretty
father.
major. That was
a big
Well, if your
deal.
father's in a car wreck, nobody's going to argue with that.
No, not only is that you're out,
And
you,
what else?
You save all the hassle.
What else, Lisa?
Well, so I said, Pam, I'm going to help you out here. I'm going to hold on to these tickets. You give me a call when you can get them. Now, she told me she had to stay at work. And then right after that, when we started discussing how we were going to meet, she told me that her roommate had her car and I can't remember for sure if it was somewhere in South Carolina. There was a town a couple hours away that her roommate had her car, and her roommate had not gotten her car back to her. She had no way to get anywhere. So in the meantime, I said, all right, I'll wait for your phone call. This is probably about 3 o'clock. And then I forgot to mention that we had reserved a free hotel room for her for the weekend at the Hyatt, and I wanted to call her back and tell her. Well, I called her back about 10 minutes later, and the guy at the Gold's Gym told me she went home sick. So I'm not quite sure how she got home.
So she went home sick from Gold's.
Yeah.
All right, well, that's kind of irrelevant. What's relevant to me is just from the very beginning. Now, you're saying that she never picked up the tickets to begin with.
The tickets were in my hand the entire time.
And she said they sat in her pocket the entire time.
No.
How could that
that's
be?
what she said.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She said.
Was that the last time you talked to her, Lisa?
Well,
hold on. She's coming back in. Oh, wait, you talked to her again?
No, I did.
Right.
I left her a message, and
That
I
was
waited.
All right, she's back in the guest chair.
All right, Pam?
Yeah.
You heard that.
Yeah, I heard that.
All right,
and she's
Ann?
right. I didn't pick the tickets up.
I'm right?
Yeah, I did not pick the tickets up.
So you just lied to us 10 minutes ago.
There was no reason to pick the tickets up. I was not going to be able to go.
But
why
you
did you
told
lie
us
about it?
And first of all, it wasn't my car that my roommate had. It was her own car, and she was out of town. And since I didn't have my car, she was the one that was going to take me to get the tickets.
How's your dad doing?
My dad is okay. He got out of the hospital Monday.
Now, wait a minute.
He did get in a car accident, and yes, I was upset, and yes, I hadn't slept for a couple days.
Wait a minute.
I mean,
why? But 10 minutes ago, you were on with us. You told us that you clearly
I
told us
I don't bring it. I don't
up.
like. It's not like I'm taking and bringing my personal life and my family life out onto the radio. You know what I mean?
We're not talking about that. We're talking about 10 minutes ago. You told us that you picked the tickets up.
You had them in your pocket, and they went unused.
Right. Well, they were unused anyway. So
Pam,
yeah, I did tell you
are a
I
complete
got
liar.
them because I feel like I'm being chastised here just because I had to work. I mean, I wasn't exactly happy about all this, but you're sitting here making this huge deal. I had an issue that I had to deal with. I couldn't quit my job because of you guys. I'm sorry.
You definitely have issues.
Now you're saying. Now you said that that everybody got fired, right? And
no,
that's why you had to
not
work.
everybody.
Or a lot of people got fired.
A
That's
few
why
people got fired. A couple of the cooks quit, and then one of our stronger servers got fired like 4 days before New Year's, and she was scheduled. We make the schedule 2 weeks in advance.
And when I want dependability, I call Pam in for the shift.
Well, so I just don't understand why you're like weaving this web of untruths. I mean, you have no reason. You would have had no reason 10 minutes ago
to lie to
us about picking up the tickets. There's no.
You guys are making
reason.
such a huge deal out of this. I mean, the deal is that I had to work.
Now you realize that as this story is unfolding, your story is looking flimsier.
Well, it is true. I did call out of work a few days before. My dad did get into a car accident. I did call. I mean, but I'm not going to, why should I bring that out up on the air? That's like a sensitive
it was
issue.
a major
It's a family issue.
That was your major out. That's all you had to say. Look,
No,
my dad's been in
it
an
wasn't major out because my mom was like, go, and I was going to go, but I had to work.
I'm just confused at why you lied to us about the tickets. I mean, that's such a minor thing.
It just seemed like, you guys were chastising me. You guys were making me look like an idiot because I was lying about the fact that I had to work.
Pam. We were just asking you a question about the tickets, and you're like, oh, yeah, I had them.
But you guys are sitting there calling me like I'm full of crap or something, and I'm not. I mean, I honestly, truly did have to work.
All right, Matt, you're listening to this whole thing. Your thoughts?
Well, not to chastise you more, but I mean, there's the whole where you went home sick Thursday.
Yeah, because I hadn't because of my father. I hadn't slept. I hadn't. I just was in a bad way. I'd still been working. Had been up all night. Hadn't eaten. I'm only 120 pounds. One can only take so much. I mean, I was just completely exhausted.
It sounds like you had time to do everything but call Matt. You had time to do everything but a 10-second phone call.
Well, she didn't have the number.
I didn't have the number at the time.
Or
the email.
Or call me back about the tickets.
Your number was on Matt's piece of paper.
Oh, yeah,
you both were on the same sticky note in my pocket.
Well, I'll tell you what I think.
What?
I think...
Because I talked to them both the same day, within maybe an hour from each other. Because, Matt, didn't I call you and tell you that I just talked to Lisa?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I talked to them within, not even maybe an hour of each other. And, yes, I was. And then later on, I got the phone call that I had to work. And I got into a huge fight with people at work, and they just wouldn't let me get out of it. They gave me, an ultimatum.
Okay.
Here's what it sounds like to me. Very simply, they spoke on the phone, Matt and Pam, and
But it's not
had
like I never called him.
Had any?
Never, ever.
I know. Spoke on the phone, had a conversation, and Pam was either impressed or not impressed, whatever, but got a better offer at some point down the line and just blew it off.
That's not it. I didn't even go anywhere that night, guys. I stayed at work until 3 o'clock drinking champagne with my boss and my employees.
But we don't know what to believe anymore, though.
Well, I'll tell you what. My boss, I will have him email you and tell you that I had to work, and you can talk to him about it.
Well, I'm sure you could have him tell us that. I mean, you're drinking champagne with him till the wee hours of the morning.
Exactly.
No one believes you, but that's just because you didn't do a good job of not lying.
Well, fine. I still had to work. I'm sorry.
Not lying.
I think we need to drop the case.
All righty.
Another successful hooked up.
The jury, if you still...
Next time a call would be nice.
Well...
Is probably the nicer, less controversial end of the story.
Yeah, probably, if I could find anything.
Yeah. It's very... Yeah, well, all right.
All right.
Okay, and so the single lives of Pam and Matt live on.
All right, guys.
Thank you, and good night.
I think
Go on and face the world.
for some it may live on longer than others.
Happy New Year.
But,
Thanks, guys.
I mean, that's just not...
But, her work needed the most dependable server.
Well, I mean, they call...
And they got a hold of her pretty quickly. She got in there.
I think, like I said before, I think she got a better offer. And you know what?
I don't know what.
And Matt,
there are so many holes in that story.
Oh, are you kidding me?
Who knows where she was?
This is the best of the Morning X.
Dating is billed as an innocent, exciting, promising lark that we hope will lead to love, which is why we date, which is why we suffer through dates from hell, and which is why we love to take solace in hearing delicious, disastrous dating stories. We all know that dating can be perilous, and it helps to know we are not alone. Dates from hell are the legends, the valentines with a bent arrow. A date from hell is a setup, a fix-up, a mix-up. It's a bust, a bomb, a wipeout. It's a short stick of dynamite, or a downhill slide into disaster. This is levels beyond your basic awful date. You can't wait to tell a friend how you survived it, and your friend can't wait to hear about it.
99